What we try to do, what I try to do, the Institute is a facilitating mechanism. What I try to do is reimagine what education needs to be like for the kids of the future, which is very different than it is for the kids of today and has been for a long time. The key thing is, one, of course, that the world is changing so quickly, but more importantly, the kids are changing. And the way the kids are changing is that they have become more powerful. They've become more enabled. They can do infinitely more at younger ages. So the kind of education they need involves changing the ends of why we educate. Now we typically educate for kids to become better people intellectually. What we want to do is educate so that those kids are prepared to improve their world. And what we've said is if you put kids together with content, you'll get some learning, and then they will become better kids intellectually. And then there's this huge bet. The bet is that someday they'll go out and improve the world. And the truth is some don't and some do. Now we can do it much more directly. We can put kids from the very beginning together with problems they perceive in the world at their level, at global, local level. They come up with solutions, often solutions we haven't thought of. The world then improves while they're in school. But the kicker is that they become good, effective, world-improving people for the rest of their lives. Everybody wants to improve their world, whether it's from the home, whether it's from the schools, whether it's from the churches. Everybody has always wanted to do that. The school now, of course, has to do much more because the home and the religion are doing less. But the idea is to give the kids empowerment, to show the kids that they are powerful, and they know that they are powerful, actually, to guide them. I don't talk about passion, I talk about applied passion. How do you teach the kids to apply their passion, whatever it is, what they love, what they're interested in, what they're good at, to the problems of the world that they care about? One great example is they can create apps. 3 apps that I can cite. Kids who were harassed by the police inside their family created an app to rate police encounters. It's like Yelp for the police. And you can now go and rate every police encounter, compare police. Kids who had a problem with bullying, where kids couldn't find a table to sit in at lunch, created an app to find a friendly table. And it's called Sit With Me. And then kids who have problems, say, with domestic violence, there's an app that listens in the house, that sits in the house and listens like Alexa. And when it hears sounds of domestic violence, specific sounds, it calls the police. Kids can do unbelievable things, and more importantly, they are doing those things. For a long time, and even today, we disrespect our young people, we underappreciate our young people, and we undervalue our young people. And I know that not because of anything else except what they tell me. That's what they tell me we do, and that's the way our society works. We don't think kids have worth and can add value until they're grown up. That's changing, and that's changing dramatically. If school were for kids, here's what we would do. We would say, when you come in day one, tell me your dreams. What do you want to do? What do you want to become right now? What would you like to do? My job is to help you. The way I will do that is I will help you find projects that both help the world and help you become who you want to become. Underline, that's the curriculum. Series of projects. We have to get better at finding those projects and connecting people, not by class, but by individuals and teams. But underlying that is a curriculum of skills that everybody needs. Not math, science, English, social studies. That's the mess, math, English, science, social studies. It's effective thinking, effective action, effective relationships, and effective accomplishment. Most kids can teach themselves to read if you give them a reason, something they care about, or they can learn from their peers, just like they do with video games. We don't have to spend years fostering them to read Dick and Jane or whatever our readers are. They can also learn math from their peers to a certain extent. But the trick is that as soon as possible, they start using those things, whatever they are, in service of doing things that they care about and want to do. It works that if you have a goal that you want to get to, that you accept, you will learn that some of the ways to get there are easy and some of the ways to get there are hard. They're a slog. If you want to be a good golfer, you'd better putt a lot, you'd better shoot a lot, you'd better do this. But that stuff becomes almost fun, certainly much less onerous, but sometimes almost fun when it's leading you towards a goal that's your goal.